Anyway, so my sincere apologies for the delay and the nonsense that I'm doing right now. I am truly, truly sorry on my end, but we're gonna get this right. We're gonna get this right now. Oh, I say that now, but anyways. Um, Anywho, so the company is going back. Excuse me, WWE is bringing back the TV-14 rating. How do I feel that it's gonna go back to TV-14? Um, well, let's see. Uh, what happened? What the hell is going on here? Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to delete that from my Twitter. I mean, from what you call it? From YouTube. Anywho, let me get this out of here. Jeez Louise. Terrible at this. Anyways, so back to what I was saying. So WWE is bringing back the TV-14 rating. What are my thoughts on the show going back to TV-14 rating? Well, truth be told, um, I have mixed reactions about it. Overall, I am very happy in a sense that it's going back to TV-14 rating. And truthfully, I thought WWE was never going to bring back the TV-14 rating. Um, but then again, WWE was mostly PG before it turned TV-14. I believe it was around 1998. And then WCW started doing TV-14, and I believe ECW, when it was called Extreme Championship Wrestling, was TV-14. But anyways, how do I feel that WWE bring it back TV-14 rating? Again, I have mixed thoughts about the rating. Um, However, if I was in a fanboy mood, or I guess TV-14 mood, I will be very happy that the fact that the company is going back to TV-14. And like I mentioned before, when I heard a TJ Rules channel years ago, I honestly thought that WWE was never going to go back to TV-14. I thought it was going to remain PG. I thought it was going to be watered down for the rest of its life. I thought it was never going to go back to, the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression era days. But let's be real. The Attitude and Ruthless would never come back. I already accepted that. And it was good at that time. And I'm glad to be around those eras. Um, but if I was looking at it in a different perspective, again, I would be very happy the fact that WWE, I mean, going back to TV-14 would be great, because I feel like they'll have more, I would say, maybe not freedom, but at least they'll be less strict in terms of the moves or the weapons. And again, how it was, during the glory days of the WWF, the Attitude Era, and when it turned to the Ruthless Aggression era. So great, fantastic. However, that does not defeat the fact that WWE has been having issues for the past decade. While they have new stars and while they have, um, a storyline to pick up, will this change anything in terms of the company? Well, again, in my opinion, I'm trying to look at it as two perspectives. One is going to be a little bit more edgy. We will probably see, you know, more blood, more weapons, hardcore, whatever that it was. But then the other side is like, okay, it's TV-14, fantastic, but is that going to bring, you know, people that used to watch the WWE come back to watch the current WWE product? Probably not, because some people stopped watching the WWE. And I think ever since it was started catering to children again and how it was extremely watered down, people that used to watch the WWE just stopped watching it. And I don't think it can relate, now, or maybe they just outgrow it. That happens. People used to watch something, they don't watch it. Um, excuse me, they don't watch it anymore. Like for us, for example, we used to watch cartoons as a kid. As we got older, we don't watch those same cartoons anymore. You know, but for those who are extremely diehard like myself, would probably still stick around and see what the company does. And the company does try to cater, to us fans at times. And I say that very loosely because they try to bring back, the old stars, and how they try to bring back the legends that made the show great and highly successful. And truth be told, I really, as much as I'm very happy to hear that is going back to his old ways, but at the same time, I think there's still a lot of things that need to be fixed. For starters, the storyline. Um, I understand not every storyline is going to be perfect or fantastic, but I feel like some storylines are just lackluster or it's just dragging. It just needs to end. Definitely needs something new. Um, like I'm still questioning about why they got rid of Edge in terms of Judgment Day. I thought they would bring like a huge faction for the team. I think they got rid of Edge early, but that's just my opinion. But maybe they might bring it back into something else. Who knows? Maybe they might have a different storyline from there. Maybe. Um, but would that make the women, more scantily clad, or, show a little bit more exposure? But it's like, how would this work when you have like a children gather? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there were definitely children during the Attitude and Ruthless era. Take like me. I started watching the WWE around 90, like late 96, and started watching it more around 97. So I was like 5 or 6 at the time, and I didn't know much about wrestling at the time. But thanks to my uncles that influenced me, I started watching more and more, and how crazy it was. And it's a childhood. You got to experience the craziness, the wackiness of his crazy days. Um, it again, there's a lot of things that need to be covered in the WWE, especially character, lack of character. Everybody's just so generic. Well, not everybody. I feel like most of them are just very generic. It's just walking in tights, and they just have a match and then they move forward. I mean, there's no really development from there. Um, I feel that they definitely need better promos, better segments. They definitely do lack of that department in terms of, you know building new stars and try to elevate them to bigger, higher events. Instead of putting them in the low, I mean, usually they build them up to like main eventers, etc. And I'm not saying this to everybody. I mean, hell, Seth Rollins definitely got a spotlight. Roman Reigns, many more. I mean, hell, Pat McAfee is definitely heading somewhere. I could definitely see Austin Theory getting there. Finn Balor, obviously, Shinsuke Nakamura, and several more. Rhea Ripley, again, several stars that I definitely see, in my opinion, do have potential. But just because that the company turns TV-14, does that automatically mean that the WWE is going to be amazing, fantastic once again? Me and my honest opinion, no. I just feel that it would definitely be a little bit more edgy now to the fact that it's TV-14. And a lot of people like to say, oh, well, the reason why it was, excuse me, the reason why it was PG due to the whole Linda McMahon campaign and the whole Chris Benoit situation. I really don't know. But point being is that it's been like WWE has been PG way longer. Oh God, Chase. I had a feeling you were gonna say magnificent. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for the comment. I just don't like the M word. I don't like that word magnificent. Anyways, but back to what I was saying. Sorry, I just got distracted. But I personally feel that it's like it's great, but at the same time, whatever they try to build up kind of lost a long time ago. It's been extremely watered down, and the ill stream, and I can only hope that they bring, you know, the hype back when a wrestling used to be really cool and people have like their wrestling shirts on, people wore like the NWO shirt, Stone Cold, The Undertaker, and all that. And Chase is just making me laugh. Oh God, it is the ill stream. Deal with it. You love it. Anywho, again, don't get me wrong. I am all hyped for the TV-14 to come back. However, they do lack certain department in terms of building new stars. Not everyone, but they also lack in terms of giving these stars star power, better promos, better segments, better matches. Who knows? I mean, the women might be more scantily clad. Will they have hardcore matches too, like what they had during the Ruthless Aggression era and the Attitude era? Who knows? But my thing is that even if it was TV-14, would that make the show automatically great? In my opinion, no. Um, Look at WCW when it was kicking the WWF's ass at the time, and then you go around the year 2000 and look how atrocious it was. I mean, half of the WCW roster was part of the NWO. Why? There was no need for that. They constantly brought up the NWO because at the time it was a big faction, and then it just kept going up and up, and it's just constantly milking it to the point where it just doesn't make any sense anymore. I just feel like that they just did it. Well, thanks Vince Russo. Now, but it was for the ratings, swerve, etc., all the craziness, and it just wasn't working in my humble opinion. But yeah, even the dying days of WCW, it was definitely not working. And some people might say, "Oh well, what about ECW?" ECW. Here's the thing: Paul Heyman had a extremely great idea in terms of the wrestling business. This man would have definitely put asses to seats if he still had ECW, especially if Vince McMahon did not run it. Um, the thing is that while he had an amazing mind for the wrestling business, but in terms of a businessman himself, it wasn't necessarily working. People had a lot of different point of views about Paul Heyman running ECW. Now, some people barely got paid. They was just there to be there, and I don't know how Paul Heyman even managed, to get ECW running for a certain amount of time. But it was definitely great at the time. But don't get me wrong, ECW did lack of certain department as well. What's that? I want to see Liv Morgan or Alexa on a strip. Oh, that'll definitely bring up the ratings. And then you got the kids like, what are they doing? And you know what? That's another thing. How would parents feel? When you have little Johnny or or little Timmy, how do you explain that a show used to be PG for quite some time, going back to the TV-14 rating, and we don't know what's gonna happen as of yet. Because when it was TV-14, it definitely put asses to seats, and it definitely had a lot of viewers watching the show. And I feel like if it was TV-14 again, it what would it probably bring? Well, it probably wouldn't bring people that used to watch WWE again, but would it probably hype up certain matches or make the ratings go up again, the viewership go up? Maybe, possibly, who knows? And the whole thing of, oh well, they're trying to competition with AEW. That's I don't think WWE has ever mentioned of calling AEW competition. It's just what it is. It's its own developmental brand. Um, I do watch AEW, mind you. I do enjoy AEW in certain aspects, but that company itself do lack a lot of things as well. And it's most involved with wrestling, which I understand WWE is also involved wrestling too, but they also have storyline, character, etc. And if wrestling was the only thing that was mostly focused on, I feel like Ring of Honor would have been the number one charts, or hell, the indie shows that we don't even know that's televised, like WWE and AEW, etc. But anyways, um, again, I like the idea of WWE bringing back. Oh my god. uh, I mean, if they paid me to be part of that match, and I'm not gonna complain. I'll be very happy to be participating in that match. Well, it might scare a lot of people, probably, but I'm doing a job here. So if they put me in a match, then damn it, I will get on that. I would definitely be involved in that match and scare a lot of people away. And the viewership will go down, and I'll be terminated because of their ideas. But I don't know. Would it bring some stars back as well? Oh, that's another. Oh no, that's a horrible idea. You got Cowboy Lesnar and me in a pole match. Oh hell no, that's horrible. That's scary. That dude would chew me up and freaking demolish me. I'll be the pole if that's the case. Oh god, that's atrocious. Man, I will cry. Oh my good golly gosh. Anyways, shit, I lost my train of thought. This man's destroying me for his craziness. Anyways, um, I can get ratings, bro. uh, you're terrible, bro. It's for the ratings, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a great match. We need this match to happen for the ratings. Another swerve's gonna kick in. Oh my good golly gosh, it's gonna be a nightmare. Um, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry about that. But anyways, um, it would be cool, to see some stars heading back, especially with the TV-14 going on. Um, a lot of people rumor Bray Wyatt may possibly come back. I really don't know if he's gonna come back, but if he does, ooh, I can imagine what Bray Wyatt can do if and only if he comes back with the TV-14 rating. I mean, it would definitely scare a lot of fans, in my honest opinion, if they were to make it even more devious. Because hell, I thought the Ministry of Darkness, especially, you know, uh, the Undertaker during the Attitude Era with the whole um, Ministry of Darkness taker, which I'm gonna call him that. But that time, I was like 7 or 8 at the time, and I thought that dude was hella scary because he's sacrificing people, putting Taker and Stephanie in like in some weird cross, and then the Undertaker's doing some bow. Oh my god! All right, Chase, thank you for coming in, man. I truly appreciate it. It really means a lot, and I'll definitely chat with you on Facebook later. No, I am not gonna embrace the magnificence. Hell to the no. But still, thank you for joining. Oh man, it'll be awesome to have you here, though. I miss your YouTube channel, man. I miss your gaming. But anyways, um, which I definitely do miss this gaming. Anyways, um, I just personally feel that if they were to make this a little more edgy with Edge and Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor and many more, it could definitely make people watch WWE again. Some people, maybe not the ones that used to watch it, but definitely have something to talk about. My main thing is that I really hope that they make wrestling cool again. They try to make wrestling hip again, because I know Rob Van Dam has mentioned this. When Vince McMahon started reviving ECW in his own image, and that was the whole point. Try to make wrestling cool. I'm not expecting the show to be extreme or wild like ECW was, but if they can make WWE cool again, with the shirts and everything, because there was a time, like, again, people used to wear, the Attitude shirts and Austin and The Undertaker and all those crazy things at the time. And I definitely miss those times. And I used to wear those back in elementary school and I would get in trouble for it. But I don't know what will happen, but it'll be cool to see John Cena do a heel. Oh, that's another thing. You think John Cena will turn heel this time? Probably not. And I think this man's done overall. But who knows? I could be wrong. But still, all those people that were part of the PG era definitely could have had potential. And I feel like if John Moxley was back in the WWE, I would definitely see him a lot of do crazy things in the WWE. But he's in AEW, and that's cool. I definitely enjoy what he does in terms of wrestling and his craziness, and I'm glad that he's currently doing well. But other than that, yeah, bring it on. I'm very happy the fact that they're gonna bring that back. But then when you have the little kids, they're probably not gonna be okay with it. But hey, I grew up fine when TV-14 was around. Oh, good golly, I need help. But anyways, I'm cool with it. I'm okay with it. I like the idea, and I kind of feel like that. People that grew up in the PG era, started watching WWE when the PG era was around. Maybe they might have a different field in terms of how WWE would go if it was a little bit more edgy, if it was more extreme. But that's just my personal opinion. I think it would be amazing to finally see how it would make wrestling cool. But we don't know. Maybe it may never happen, because there was a time wrestling was cool. And I personally think it is still cool. I've been watching wrestling again. I've been watching since I was 4 or 5 years old, and I don't think that's ever gonna change. I loved it for a long time, and I'm always gonna